Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of PolyNerdic ProWrestling in the Chel Raizer Invitational Tournament to determine the number one contender for the PolyNerdic ProWrestling Women's title, currently held by Io Shirai. I have a little bit of time free tonight, having just recorded my podcast a couple days earlier than I normally do, and I'm cooking dinner, and I'm watching New Japan, the New Japan Cup, and I decided, why the heck not? Let's stream another day of this tournament that I have been wanting to do for a very, very long time. As I said, this is day 3. You're looking at the A bracket right now. Tegan, Nox, Rhea, Ripley, Ivelisse, and Rosemary are in a 4-way tie for first place with Alexa Bliss and Taeler Hendrix, with the misspelled Taeler Hendrix in second place with 5 points. And then Sarah Logan, Veda Scott, Jordynne, Sonya Deville bringing up the rear. B bracket, similar situation. Becky, Lynch, B, Priestley. I don't know why she has a dot between the two names. I didn't create her. That's just the way it is in the game. I have another version of her without it. We'll address that in the future. Kelly, Klein, and Allie, 4-way tie with 10 points apiece. Ember, Moon, Liv Morgan, second place or fifth as it's listed here, with 5 points apiece. And then Asuka, Isla, Mandy, Rose, and Zelina, Vega bringing up the rear with nothing. And the B bracket, as with previous days, we're going to have 10 matches. I have them laid out here before me. As I said, I'm cooking dinner presently, so when the timer goes off, I will have to step away. I know that's no big deal to you, because that just means you get to watch the action without this annoying voice coming into your ears. So let's get into it. As soon as I pull up as soon as my mouse cooperates with me, and I can pull up the card in front of me. Alright, up first is the matchup of Ivelisse and Sonya Deville. Let's just jump right on in. As I was saying, just like the previous couple days, we have 10 matches lined up of, varying quality, I assume. Sometimes this game puts out squash matches where there shouldn't be. You'll see matches that should be evenly matched up, say Kenny Omega versus Seth Rollins, and one guy just mops the floor with the other guy. That happens in this game. That's the beauty of doing it this way, instead of having me play against the computer, and then it comes down to my personal skill, being able to guide my chosen grappler to victory. I just like to let the AI do it, because this is Fire Pro, and this is what people do with Fire Pro. I like both these women a lot. Sonya Deville, I think, has a lot of potential. Ivelisse, I wish her NXT career had not gone the way it did. Her being one of the ones that left, accusing Voldemort of harassment. I'm not speculating on that. That's just the facts. She left NXT, in that era. She's been fantastic in Lucha Underground. She's been fantastic on the Indies. I wish I could watch her wrestle every week on WWE programming. I think she has some great matches with the people currently on the roster. And I'm going to put a note to what I just said. I believe she was one of the ones that left during the Voldemort scandal, while still saying, I only know what's out there on the internet. I was not there. But I like Ivelisse a lot. She was one of my favorite parts of Lucha Underground, and I've watched a number of her matches on YouTube. YouTube being the great tool that it is for following indie wrestlers. Sonya Deville, on the other hand, I hear rumors that they're working on getting her, Mandy, Rose, and Asuka in a 3-way at WrestleMania. I'd like to see it one-on-one. I think Asuka versus Sonya Deville could be amazing. Could be a lot of fun. I just don't want to see the belt get taken off Asuka through some BS. I haven't liked the way they've booked her as a champion. I haven't liked the way they've booked her on the main roster at all, to be honest. But, you know, certainly how she's been booked since she's been this round. Speaking of Mandy Rose, she's in the next match. See a nice competitive opener for this group of matches. Obviously, they're all one-sided. Always breaks my heart a bit, but I think it's going to be a good match, and somebody wins in 4 minutes with some fluke move. But like the day one of this tournament, Tegan knocks the Alexa Bliss from the head. Oh, critical there. Sonya out. Didn't see that coming. I don't know why they didn't just count the pinfall at that point. I guess a knockout's a knockout. I would have given that a better than 75%. That was a better match than that. Nice back and forth action. Neither Ivelisse nor Sonya really had the advantage throughout. Alright, the next one is not what they're trying to give me. It's this one. This is what's slated for next. I learned a long time ago to not let Fire Pro dictate the matches that are happening, because you end up with, you know, say Mandy Rose versus Allie, and then 3 matches later, Mandy Rose versus Ember Moon. I learned when I do these round robins, I need to, in advance, write down what each set of matches is going to be. I've mentioned it previously on one of the other 2 days of this tournament that after this tournament, we'll no longer see this version of Allie. We'll have a updated one with the face paint and the purple and black. Unfortunately, I had saved this tournament with this version beforehand. Much like the Priestley situation. We're going to have one of those fluke pins, 4-minute pins I was just talking about. Not even a 1 count that time. Still need to fix Chelsea's legs because her thighs don't match her calves and hips. They don't line up just right. I need to remember to do that before the next installment of this tournament. Apparently people don't like the matchup of Mandy Rose and Allie because the viewers I had have departed already. I'm going to blame Allie and Mandy Rose. Well, secretly knowing it's because people don't like the sound of my voice. To the air. The splash. Almost a frog splash. You got a little bit of the tuck-in part of the move, but I think it was more of just a general splash. Nice head scissors. Should jump again. Yep. That's gonna be it. Old fire and desire there. Mandy and Sonya not setting the world on fire today. Trying to do too many things at once. Trying to watch the New Japan Cup. Type this thing on this Word document. Manage the stream. Up next we have Veda Scott versus Jordynne Grace. I've seen these two wrestle before. I'm 99% positive. Seen them wrestle before in real life. It was good stuff. Let's get both those names up there. There we are. Here we go. I like Veda Scott and Jordynne Grace a lot. I think they're very talented women. Fight! If you happen to be popping in live to watch this, thank you. I really appreciate it. If not, this will probably go live on Sunday. That'll give me something like 10 days straight of content or something like that on PolyNerdic.com. I'll go ahead and preload it, you know, because Saturday will be the podcast, and Saturday will be the podcast, the Ordinary Podcast, if you've not heard of it. Give it a listen. It comes out every Saturday, just about. Occasionally I'll slip and have to do it on Sunday, but generally speaking, we're 94 episodes in, and every one of them's been on Saturday for the most part, all but a few. And then Sunday this will post, because Sunday's a good day for wrestling to post. Veda Scott, Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace now part of Impact. In fact, I believe she's the #1 contender. I heard good things about her match with Tessa Blanchard. Both women I'd like to see in the... I'd like to see everybody show up in the WWE or NXT, because the women's wrestling is just so good there right now. I want to see these people pair off. I mean, that's the whole point of what we do here on PolyNerdic Pro Wrestling, is it gives me an opportunity to, at least in video game form, see matchups I want to see. You know, like the aforementioned Kenny Omega versus Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens versus Kazuchika Okada, Veda Scott versus Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair versus Tessa Blanchard. I really want to see that one. I was going to say Will Ospreay versus Ricochet, but that you can see that already. It's out there on the internet. Our last big show, we had Walter versus Kenny Omega. Walter being the inaugural PolyNerdic Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. I need to find something for him to do again on a new show. Because, spoilers if you haven't seen it yet, the last show, Kenny Omega beat Walter. Nice spear. One of my favorite things about this build of Veda Scott is she says the word finish as she hits her finisher. Oh, bear hug. If I get quiet periodically, it's generally because I'm, like I said, watching some New Japan action. See? She said the word finish, although she wasn't using her finisher at the time. She does a TKO, and she says finish, and she does it. It cracks me up every time. In case you missed the thread on it, the ref in the ring there. There we are, right there. The ref in the ring is the Fire Pro version of the fictional wrestler I always create based on my girlfriend. That's Chel Raizer. You know, obviously a play on Hellraiser. Tournaments in her name, her honor, if you will. I haven't created her as a wrestler yet. I've only barely created myself as a wrestler. If you watch the Fire Promoter mode playtest I did on YouTube, you would have seen the wrestler version of me. Still a work in progress. Rolling fisherman suplexes into a fisherman buster. And so Veda's basically dominating this match. It's been pretty one-sided. Face pressure, stroke, as Jeff Taylor called it. And spear again. Not enough to put Jordynne away, though. Jordynne being one half of the inaugural mixed tag champions. I did not have her real-life husband, I think they're married now, in the game at the time, so she was teamed with Mike Logan just because they had similar attire. Oh, crap! Veda with the submission on Jordynne. Interesting. It's a heel hook? That's what it looked like. Maybe a knee bar. Heel hold, yeah. They gave that match an 82. They being the fictional judges of the game. Not that I'm complaining. I thought it was a pretty entertaining match. Alright, B. Priestley versus Kelly Klein is up next. They really want this Ember Moon Becky Lynch match, but that comes later. That is on the card, but that does come later. Bea Priestley versus Kelly Klein is what we have next. There it is. Well, there it was. Until I accidentally moved it. There we go. Let's see if the circles stay on the side that they're on, because it's like there's a definite bit of symmetry there, or asymmetry, I guess, since it's circles and X's, but like it matches up well right there along the line. So let's see how this goes. Let's see if Kelly Klein can beat Bea Priestley and keep that pattern growing. Another two women I enjoy watching. Very talented athletes.
Fight! Yeah! Yeah!
Just the random sound effects.
Come on!
Bea's very vocal. I don't know if the newbie I have is as vocal as this build. Spinning clothesline. I like Kelly Klein a lot. Her match is pretty fun to watch. I'd like to see Kelly Klein against a number of wrestlers. Asuka would be fun. I think Asuka would be fun, but just about anybody. I really want to see that Asuka Io Shirai match. I know it probably exists in Japan, but I find it on YouTube. That's what she was calling. But I'd like to see the other iterations. As I was saying earlier, I think Asuka's very poorly booked on the main roster. Has been the entire time. But that's... I mean, it's almost cliche at this point. That people that were awesome in NXT or elsewhere are just horribly booked to the main roster. The Revival. EC3. Asuka, the Riot Squad. Not that all the members of the Riot Squad were given great bits in NXT. Sarah Logan did not have a great NXT run. It was very upsetting how bad her NXT run was, but I don't think I ever seen the woman win. Liv Morgan was kind of the same thing. She's come a long way, though. I find her way more entertaining now than the NXT version of her. It's just so, it's like I said, it's cliche at this point that the main roster just doesn't know what to do with people. What even happened there? I was clicking between screens when that happened. The roll up? Yeah. Kelly Klein with the sneaky roll up. They don't call her the gatekeeper for nothing. Little schoolboy. Little sneaky schoolboy pin. But victory is victory. That's what counts in this tournament. Speaking of Sarah Logan, think that means the circle stayed on the one side of the line, too. Since Kelly Klein won. Alright, so... Sarah Logan has lost both her matches. Alexa has won one. So if Sarah beats Alexa, they'll be tied with 5 points. If Alexa wins, she moves up into the 10-point tier. But that may not mean a first-place tie. Because people end up with 15 points. Yeah, see, Ivelisse already has 15. So, let's get into it. This is the halfway point of the episode. The halfway point of day 3 of the Chel Raizer Invitational. I think after this tournament's over, I'm going to have to copy Taeler Hendrix and then change the spelling of her name because it drives me nuts. It's got an E instead of an I. Of course, Alexa Bliss, no one can say she's been underutilized. She has had an amazing main roster run. Although it's kind of a drag that she's not wrestling anymore. I don't know what the state of her injury is. I gotta look at the next show I have booked and see where some of these performers are going to perform. That. I have another tournament set up too, a 32-man tournament in a cage. Well, not all 32 of them in one cage. 32-man tournament taking place in a cage, so there's no run-ins. We might start that next month. Maybe the April tournament. See, it's fitting that we're running this tournament here in March because my girlfriend's birthday is in March, and this is her tournament, basically. Even though she has nothing to do with it, other than be the ref. Sarah, what are you doing? Of course, earlier this month we ran the International Warriors Cup in honor of the New Japan Cup. You know, they're running the New Japan Cup this month. I chose to run my IWC Cup, the IWC. Pete Dunne won that, if you haven't already watched it. Well, if you've already watched it, I should say. So he'll be facing Kenny Omega at the next show for the PNPW World Title. I Nice elbow drop to her kidneys. I need a proper mouse pad for this wireless mouse. That's part of the problem. At least I'm having difficulty. Be a hell of a awkward submission right there. Standing headlock. Let's go to the top. Double knee drop. Don't see her often use like a twisted bliss type move. DDT is not enough. Up. Sarah with a nice power bomb. Been a fan of her since the crazy Mary Dobson days. She has some weird animation issues with her jean shorts. Her hips don't quite line up right. And there's the big gap there. Alexa start using the women's right. Okay, that kind of makes up for her losing to Tegan Knox with the headbutt. She wins the match with a punch. Did my timer not go? I'll be really upset if it's... Okay. So, we're about a minute and a half away from my dinner being ready to come out of the oven, so we're going to start the next match, and then I'm going to have to get up and leave. Or, you know, leave to go to the other room. Which, as I said earlier, shouldn't upset most of you, because that just means you get to watch Becky Lynch and Ember Moon. It finally is the right time for this match. You get to watch this match without me talking over it. So let's get into it. 5 more to go. We just crossed the halfway point is what happened. With Alexa Bliss winning with a punch. So she lost to a headbutt and a pin, and she won with a punch and a pin.
Fight.
This would be a fun match in real life, too. This match would be a lot of fun. Realistically, this probably should have been the main event of the day. Because we're on pace to end with Isla Dawn and Zelina Vega. I like both women a lot. But I think Ember Moon, Becky Lynch would probably have been a better main event. I shall return shortly, though. My dinner's ready to come out of the oven. Enjoy this match in the silence. just so you know, I'm back at the sticks here, so to speak. But I'm going to keep the mic on the wall, because you know how to enjoy it. So keep enjoying this match. I hope it's been good up to this point. But it continues to be good. Alright, Becky with another disarm her victory. At least I thought that's what I saw happening while I was trying to scarf down my dinner. I'm still not done with it yet. Yep, disarm her. Oh, Becky Lynch with the victory. What's next? What's next, guys? Alright. Taeler Hendrix. Oh, look, it's on the right track. Taeler Hendrix versus Tegan Nox. All right, firing it up. Get back to dinner. Enjoy another match without my obnoxious voice on commentary. Came back just in time. Catch the end of that. Tegan Knox defeating Taeler Hendrix with the Canadian Destroyer. See, at least she's busting out finishing moves now. Beating Alexa Bliss with a headbutt was kind of silly. Alright, we're on the same page as Fire Pro again. Asuka versus Liv Morgan is what I have next. I mean, frankly, I'd rather see Asuka versus Liv Morgan versus Asuka and Carmella, like we saw for way too long last year. Asuka's not having a great tournament thus far. But I can say the same about a lot of women. Not having great tournaments. But I said in day 1 and day 2 of the tournament that it doesn't really get truly interesting, the scores anyway, until later in the show. You've got some people that have 3 victories going up against each other, and the especially when all the leaders have faced off with each other, and there's been some losses there. That changes things dynamically. I just get really sad when I see like Asuka, someone of Asuka's caliber go the entire tournament without winning. I've seen some real bad finishes over the course of the last 6 or 7 months with this game and the various tournaments I've done. I've done a lot of round robins. I've done this thing with this game where I've just let it play itself out. Like I've set up a giant round robin tournament, and then I'll just let it play while I do other things. And so that's in part why this was the second most played game I had last year, right behind Red Dead. I think we all know the way they're booked, Asuka would destroy Liv in real life, just based on the way they're booked in the WWE. It would not be nearly this even match, In fact, I'm pretty sure you could probably find a main roster Asuka versus Liv match where it was over in a heartbeat. That was one of the things that when we went to Raw back in July 23rd, the July 23rd Raw, I took my girlfriend to it. She'd never been to a WWE show before, never been to a professional wrestling show. So we went, and it was the night they announced Evolution. Which was cool. They had all the women on stage, and it was a real nice moment, right? And then over the course of the night, there was 3 women's matches that I think total ring time was less than 12 minutes when we added them all together. It was like Ember Moon squashing Liv Morgan, and Mickie James fought somebody with Alexa Bliss in her corner. It was a quick match. I wonder if I can find the results. They gotta be online, right? see here. Yeah, Sasha and Bailey beat Samantha Simon and Karen Lundy. Mickie James defeated Natalya. Ember Moon beat Liv Morgan. Yeah, this was a very bad Raw that we went to. Stephanie and Triple H announced first ever women's pay-per-view. B-Team defeated Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. Banks and Bailey defeated Samantha and Karen. Kevin Owens confronted Braun Strowman. Mickie James defeated Natalya. Titus Worldwide confronted the Authors of Pain. Mojo Rawley beat Tyler Breeze. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor defeated Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. That was actually a good match. Ember Moon defeated Liv Morgan. Elias attempted to perform a song multiple times throughout the night. And Roman Reigns defeated Bobby Lashley. Like, that card was bad. Especially the women's aspect of it, because like they were making this big deal, huge deal out of the fact that they were doing a women's pay-per-view, women's only pay-per-view, and then the women got 3 matches that didn't last 12 minutes. It was very disappointing. Like, my girlfriend's not a huge wrestling fan, and she was very disappointed because she likes women's wrestling quite a bit. And she felt it was as a woman, felt disrespected by the way the WWE did that. Like, hey, we're gonna have a woman's only pay-per-view, but here, you're only gonna get, 12 minutes total. Good job by Asuka winning that match, defeating Liv Morgan. It was a little less, a little more back and forth than I expected it to be. Right now we get Rhea Ripley versus Rosemary, which this could be really good, guys. This could be fantastic. Let's get into it. We've got this one and one more to go. This one's kind of the real main event, but I didn't have the foresight to look at the way the matches were laid out and pick better ones. I'm gonna do that in the coming days. I'm gonna make the main event matches that mean more, either from the competitor standpoint or from the score. Like if we have any matches that are amongst the first place tie people, I'll make sure that they're the final ones on the show. I also gotta, though, make sure I don't do like AABB style booking. I want it to go AB. That's traditional. Other 2 women I highly enjoy watching wrestle. Rosemary, something special. Rhea Ripley has probably a long career until she didn't get hurt. Very, very talented young woman. I'm shocked when I hear how young she is, being in her early 20s. I don't listen to a lot of episodes of Breaking the Town. I've moved on from it. Like, nothing against Cyrus and the other guy, but and no disrespect to the other guy, I just can't think of his name off the top of my head. Paul Lazenby. they're fine as podcast hosts, but like I started listening to it because I really like Lance. I mean, I'm a huge Lance Storm fan. I think he's a hugely underrated talent. As far as overall wrestling, like everyone pretty much gets that he was really good in the ring. I thought he was great at character work though. Like even though a lot of people hated his super drive, like super serious, boring character, I really dug it all the way from ECW on. So I really liked him as his personality on the podcast because he's a really knowledgeable dude, really knows professional wrestling. I think that shows through the quality of his trainees coming out of the Storm Wrestling Academy. But I really liked his character. Really liked him as a podcast thing. And he moved on. I forget what he moved on to. But back when he was still on every week on Killing the Town, I could be talking out of my ass too at this point because he might be back on the show. But Cyrus and Storm interviewed Rosemary, and she just seemed like a real cool person. And at the time, I was not familiar with her character, but I have since watched several of her matches. Like I think the stuff that's going on with the Dark Side Wars or whatever the hell they call it in Impact right now are silly. But I certainly think she's a talented ass wrestler, man. She's really good. And Rhea Ripley just got the better of her just now. Alright, main event of today, or at the very least the final match of today, is Isla Dawn versus Lena Vega. Another pair of women whom I really enjoy watching. So let's get into it, so that way we can get this over with and see where the standings are as of Day 3 of the Chel Raizer Invitational.
Fight!
Wow, Isla Dawn getting taken down. Really like Isla a lot too. I love her character. Love her look. Accent. This redheaded witch character she plays. It's just really good. I have to give her and Ember a shot at the tag titles again too. I think they were one of my favorite made-up teams in the tournament I did. Their names even go well together, Dawn and Moon. Move. Little stomp. Rhea Ripley and Isla Dawn had a great match in real life a couple weeks ago on, a couple months ago now, on NXT UK.
One.
So close. Zelina Vega, of course, the excellent manager of Andrade, and also the real-life wife of Aleister Black. Their pairing kills me, man. Like, such a great pair of people. crap out of Zelina's head. With an attitude adjustment followed by a double stomp. Isla's on a mission, man. Getting the momentum back. Eyes looking over there. Nope. Zelina said no. Not going to go down easy, apparently. So close. Nice knee strike. The irony here that it took me 12 minutes to even notice it is that by all accounts, Isla is not only a former trainee of Aleister Black, but was also a former partner of Aleister Black. So the irony of that, of his former girlfriend beating up his current wife, I almost didn't get to even touch on before it was over. So Isla over Zelina Vega, rounding out day 3 of the Chel Raizer Invitational. So nope, I almost marked the wrong person as the winner. So let us take a look at the rankings. I almost said the score. Go ahead and save it real quick so I don't forget, because I have done that before. I've done a whole day of a tournament and then forgotten to save it. Alright, so the 4-way tie for first place on the A bracket has lost a person. Thanks to Rhea Ripley beating Rosemary. We now have Tegan, Ripley, and Ivelisse in first place, with Alexa Bliss and Rosemary with 10 points apiece right there behind them. Taeler, Hendrix, and Veda Scott bringing up 3rd or 6th place, depending on how you want to look at it. I'd call them tie for 3rd, 5 points apiece. And then, of course, Sarah Logan, Jordynne Grace, and Sonya Deville, still nothing. B bracket, similar situation. Lynch, Klein, and Allie all have 15 points. B Priestley is in 2nd place all by herself with 10. And then we have a 4-way tie for 3rd with Ember, Asuka, Liv, and Isla. Mandy and Zelina bringing up the rear with the goose eggs. Tournament action's getting more and more interesting every day that goes by. Let's see what day 4 has in store for us. Well, the good news is for B bracket, Mandy and Zelina are facing off, so unless they both get a ring out and end up with a draw, one of them will get a victory. We're also seeing, let's see, an A bracket. Try to see the matchups here. So A bracket, we have Rosemary versus Ivelisse. So that's the 1st and 2nd place. Rosemary might rejoin the ranks of the current 15-point tie. But of course, Tegan and Rhea Ripley are facing off. That could very well be our main event of the card. I'll have to look at that again before we start day 4. But Tegan and Rhea are facing off. And Becky Lynch has Liv Morgan. And Klein has Ember Moon. And Allie, who's she have? Allie has Priestley. Stuff can hinge on that one quite a bit. Alexa Bliss and Jordynne Grace. That one's not main event worthy. Sarah Logan, Taeler Hendrix. Asuka and Isla. One of them will move up to the 10-point bracket. Yeah. So it looks like our main event of next week's show, of the next show, rather, tomorrow's show, day 4 show, whenever I get around to streaming it, will probably be that Tegan Nox Rhea Ripley match. That'll probably end up being our main event. So we might start with B bracket matches next week to make that happen. Because Rosemary, Ivelisse, and Tegan Nox Rhea Ripley are the two most pivotal matches for A bracket on day 4, and probably Allie Priestley is the most pivotal for B bracket, because Lynch is facing, as I said, Liv. So, if Liv wins, she gets up to 10 points, and Becky stays at 15, but if Becky wins, she jumps up to 20, and then Klein has Ember Moon. Same situation there. If Ember wins, she goes up to 10, or Kelly wins, she goes up to 20. So the most pivotal match ranking-wise is Allie and B, because that'll either add B to the 15-point pool, or Allie will join the 20-point. So we could end up with, depending on how the matches go, let's see, if Becky, Kelly, and Allie win, we still have a 3-way tie at 20. If Becky, Kelly, and Allie lose, we end up with a 4-way tie at 15, and 2 more people at 10. So yeah, A bracket's going to be the bracket that has the most important matches on day 4. That's going to do it, though. I'm going to wrap it up and start getting ready for bed. It's unfortunately approaching 9 o'clock, and I'm an old man with a mentally taxing job. So I am going to call it. And thank you for watching. Make sure you come back again for more PolyNerdic Pro Wrestling action, both the tournaments, the regular shows, and come back for all the other stuff too. I stream Apex Legends on the regular pretty badly. That's kind of the running joke, is that I'm never going to win. That goes with all Battle Royale games. Right now, Apex being my most favorite of them, it has definitely knocked Blackout off that pedestal. Although I do need to check out Blackout again. I have won a match in Blackout. I have won 2 matches in PUBG. I've never won at H1Z1 or H1 Battle Royale, I think is what it's called now. Never won at Realm Royale. Never won at Fortnite the few times I played it. I think I got as high as 2nd place once. I'm bad at Battle Royale, and I make a running joke of it by streaming it and being bad at it. And then the other stuff, story-related content, things of that nature. Play the Division 2. Fantastic game. I'm going to stream some more of it. It'll be next week before I get around to that. But make sure you like, follow, subscribe. PolyNerdic on all the social medias. Check out PolyNerdic.com where everything gets aggregated. And I will see you next time I stream anything.